For 5 days, they protect it from the elements, desperate to save its life. But the damage is too great. These pictures after its death show the 80 plastic bags found inside the whale, 8 kilograms of human waste, slowly killing it.
How much plastic do you use in a day? A week? A year? A lifetime? We use about 1 million plastic bottles a minute, and roughly 23% of these bottles will be recycled. In 2016, 335 million metric tons of plastic were produced, and half of this will be used for single-use plastics. What is a single-use plastic? Single-use plastics are disposable plastics that are generally used one time before becoming trash or recycled. These include everyday items such as plastic bags, straws, beverages such as water, soda, and sports drinks bottles, and food packaging. An estimated 4 trillion bags are used annually worldwide and only 1% are recycled. 500,000 straws are used and disposed every day. In the US alone, we purchase 50 billion water bottles per year. So why should we care? Since the boom of plastic production in the 1960s, plastics have found their way into our oceans. Plastic litter ends up in landfills, which can leach into groundwater and blow away into nearby water systems. These plastics also end up in our sewage, man-made channels, and river systems, all leading to the ocean. Since these single-use plastics are dumped both directly and indirectly into the oceans, they begin to break down into smaller pieces. These pieces are referred to as microplastics. Microplastic pollution has been discovered in ocean water, freshwater, and now land. Plastics broken down in both freshwater and seawater find their way into the Earth's natural cycle of water through land and atmosphere. This is called the hydrologic cycle. The TED Talk, What Really Happens to the Plastic You Throw Away, illustrates a plastic bottle's life cycle and its impact on marine life.
Journey is stranger, but unfortunately no happier. He floats on a trickle that reaches a stream that flows into a river, and a river that reaches the ocean. After months lost at sea, he's slowly drawn into a massive vortex where trash accumulates, a place known as the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. Here, the ocean's currents have trapped millions of pieces of plastic debris. This is one of 5 plastic-filled gyres in the world's seas, places where the pollutants turn the water into a cloudy plastic soup. Some animals, like seabirds, get entangled in the mess. They and others mistake the brightly colored plastic bits for food. Plastic makes them feel full when they're not, so they starve to death and pass the toxins from the plastic up the food chain. For example, it's eaten by lanternfish. The lanternfish are eaten by squid. The squid are eaten by tuna, and the tuna are eaten by us. And most plastics don't biodegrade, which means they're destined to break down into smaller and smaller pieces called microplastics, which might rotate in the sea eternally.
With these microplastics moving up the food chain, they leach toxins and chemicals into the organisms consuming them, which are classified as endocrine disruptors, which can cause cancer, birth defects, and other developmental disorders. So how can we solve this overwhelming problem? Making changes to everyday lifestyle and choosing to stop the use of single-use plastics is a major step in combating the global issue at hand. Limiting consumption will drive down production. Try using products that have recyclable packaging or non-plastic containers. This could include using a reusable metal water bottle, using a reusable bag at the grocery store, or choosing to buy food products without plastic packaging. Getting out into the community, such as beach cleanups and voting for environmental and sustainable legislation, could be another great movement for a non-plastic future. Companies such as Stormwater Systems generate products that combat the issue at hand, such as the Storm X netting trash trap. stopping trash and plastics from entering our oceans and freshwater systems by way of channels and stormwater runoff. Lastly, an important step into a plastic-free future is to spread the word and educate. Do some research, tell a friend or a family member, and express to them the need for local and global change for our future generations to thrive in a preserved environment rather than a polluted one. Thank you.